Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning, Anne. How are you this morning?
I am awesome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann. Good morning.
Ooh, good morning.
Welcome, everybody, to Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann. I'm Anne.Rossley. I'm here with my dear friend and colleague, Kyle Harvey. We sell real estate in downtown Chicago. We are in Baird & Warner's Gold Coast office, and we come to you every week to talk about real estate in downtown Chicago. Good morning, Kyle. Happy Casimir Pulaski Day.
Right.
It's the holiday I always forget, but
here's to all the Chicago lawyers who don't have to go to court today.
And the students. Do the students? Well, my kids used to always get it off when they were in the Chicago public schools. Yeah. So for those of you who may not know Casimir Pulaski, he was a wonderful Pole who fought in the American Revolution. And I just learned he is one of 8 humans to be given honorary American citizenship status. I didn't know such a thing existed.
What do you do with that?
I don't know.
Was it after he died that he died?
I don't know. That I don't know. He saved George Washington's life. That was one of the other things that he did. So
next year, on the first Monday in March, Anne and I will have answers.
We will have answers. And if you have answers, put them in the comments so that all of our viewers will know all the details. So anyway, it's been a busy time. It's a hopping market. We have gotten our March stats. Today we're going to talk about what's happening in the market, and we've got some great photos to share. We have photos of properties that are on the market and sold.
Yes, and we'll get to it when we get to the segment, but I for one, and I know you are too, the market has really picked up. You're going to read articles about how few closings there are right now, that the market is dead. No. The market was dead at the end of last year, and thus closings are slow right now. But right now the market is hot, and March and April are going to have a ton of closings. It's really exciting.
It's going to be amazing. So let me share some of my statistics with you and show you just what we're seeing. The first thing and why people are saying, oh, the market's bad, Hold on, give me 1 second. Getting rid of our names. There we go. Now you can see a full screen. All right. The last 3 weeks, mortgage rates have inched up. The average Freddie Mac 30-year fixed rate mortgage, FRM, is 6.65, with the average 15-year fixed rate being 5.89. And as you can see, as of even last year, we were way down in the 3s, and now we're up at 6.6. So it's kind of a shock. However, that's not slowing us down, and we're going to show you why right now. First, a look at single family homes. This is a rolling 12-month number. So 12 months through February of 2023, $1.7 billion worth of homes were sold in lakefront communities. That's down versus the previous 12 months. That was up 45%. So really, we're still up versus 2020. Here are the number of homes for sale that Kyle was chatting about.
Was it 2021? The other one was 2021. So a crazy year.
Yes.
2021. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. So in the height of the 2008 meltdown, 1,032 single family homes were on the market. 178 on the market today. That's down 16% versus the previous year, but look how this has trailed down.
Terrible.
Number of homes under contract actually up. So there were 37 in December. This is a December number. 75 today, but compare that to March of 21. There were 220 that went under contract in the single month of March.
Wait, 37 is the end of February. I mean, the end of January.
End of February.
Went under contract in January, we think?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Because that,
30,
yeah.
37 January, 75 today. So.
Oh, okay, that's 75. Got it.
75 today. So it's twice as many in February than in January.
Considering there's so little on the market, that's
right?
Okay.
Exactly right. Okay, homes closed. Homes closed is a lagging indicator, as we all know. It's based on things that went under contract 45 to 60 to 90 days ago.
Mhm.
And the low was 30, but now we're up to 46. It's down. You can see where it was a year ago. I put the arrow in here to show you. It's down 43%.
Mhm.
Again, the high was in June of 2021, where we had 231, to give you an indication of just, even 46 is low. Median sales price, $1,260,000, up 5%. If you look at it on a price per square foot basis, it's $382 per square foot. That's up 6.4%. So, one would think rising interest rates, not as many homes sold, prices are going to drop, but it's actually the demand is there.
Demand is there.
And then, okay, look at this, 1.9 months worth of supply. I thought this was kind of an interesting thing. That's up 18.8% because it was so low before last year, right?
But it's not like it's like boo 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 along. It's not like there's an real upward trend.
No, exactly right. When we were in the middle of that meltdown of the 2008, 18.8 months worth of homes on the market versus 1.9 now, to give you an idea. Wow. And then the other thing is sales price as a percent of original list price, 99%. So again, homes are selling for close to list price. And then again, showings per listing, 5.6. This is where we were in November of 22, just 3 months ago. 3 showings per listing. Now we're up almost to twice as much at 5.6. People are out there, they want to look at homes.
Tons of showings.
Yep.
And to your point, I'm trying to do this correctly. My listings have done very well because of a lack of supply.
Right.
Things that are now under contract did very well because of a lack of supply. And we can look at it later.
All right. So let's look at attached and condos. So same thing again, excuse me, rolling 12 months. The most recent 12 months ending in February, $5.9 billion worth of sales is down 20% versus the previous 12 months. But that was up over the previous 12 months ending in 2021. So our 5.9 is still trending ahead of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Homes for sale. Again, it says 31% down. Is like the lowest number of homes of condos we've had on the market. 10,000 were on the market in April of 2008. 10,000. Today, 2,100.
Good Lord.
And remember, we thought it was so high during the pandemic, all these people. 3,000 was the number. So.
Well, 10,000, we had a big, as you all know, a big foreclosure crisis when everything went on the market. So right. To give you a sense.
Well, and then this shows you, this is not, people say, oh, we're in a bubble. Prices are going to, look how few properties are in the market.
No, there's no bubble, people.
There's no bubble. Okay, homes under contract. Again, we jumped up from January rather. 430 in January, 882 this month under contract. So twice as many homes went under contract in February than January. So all of this lull at the end of last year, we've overcome. And in March of 22, exactly 1 year ago, 1,758, and we were nutso then. It was actually because of that nutso crazy hot market that they raised interest rates, right?
Well, they also, that was one of them. Yes, absolutely. We were all nuts coming out of it.
We were on fire, right?
On fire.
So, All right, condos closed. 510 in the month of February is down 38% from where we were, last year.
But that's because we've had the end of 2022 was so quiet.
Yeah.
But
And 426 was January. Condos closed.
People have woken up and are ready to buy. They've accepted that these interest rates in the past were artificially low, and now we're in the normal range, and everyone's sort of saying to themselves, the home ownership or renting, the residential part of your budget is getting so high, at least we can lock it in.
That's right.
To lock it in. Renting is not going to help.
Exactly right. Median sales price has been pretty steady at 400,000. The month supply of condos is 2.3. So again, very low inventory on condominiums. Showings per listing was 3 per listing in November. Today we're 6.9. And the high when it was so hot last year was 7. So we're basically, now this is showings per listing, keep in mind, and there aren't as many listings, but still. All right. And then I just wanted to show you this one thing. This is for Midwest real estate data. Here's the Midwest and here's the United States. They arbitrarily took January of 2014 as the baseline of 100. Okay. So when we were in November of last year, we were at 107. When we were in December of last year, showing index was 107. We are now at 175. This was January. It's going to be even higher in February. 175. And that's compared to the Midwest and the United States. So showings are up everywhere. It is a busy spring market out there, people. And there is no better indicator of foot traffic than this slide we're showing you right now. Everything else is a lagging indicator in terms of buyer interest. Anything else you want to add to that?
Well, I also wonder, and I don't know how to track this, for the stat queens, you could maybe tell us, so many more things are being purchased on the private network. And the private network showings don't show up in ShowingTime because you can't use ShowingTime for private network.
That is a great point, Kyle. Absolutely.
I've got a contract from the private listing network because it was such a hot property. They, it just sold that, bam.
Yeah.
So the market is actually hotter than you're seeing right now because of the way the private listings sort of dampen what's really going on.
Yes, very good point. Now, I found an index, which you and I talked about briefly, and I want to share with our viewers. This is part of the Zumper rental report. So Zumper is a rental, place. They track millions and millions of rental properties across the nation. And I rejiggered this. So to show you, here's Chicago in the red. Mm-hmm. Chicago, in terms of the rent, how much it costs to rent a 1-bedroom, was number 19 in the country. Okay.
In the top, so it's in the top 20 places.
In the top 20.
Wow.
$1,800 is the average amount to rent a 1-bedroom, and $2,100 is the average amount to rent a 2-bedroom. Mm-hmm. However, then I went to how much did it increase year over year, and where do we rank? Mm-hmm. So when I reshuffled the Excel spreadsheet, we're number 16. You see, rank is number 1 here. So we're actually number 16 because rents have gone up 12.3% year over year in Chicago. So think about that a minute. Yeah. You just said it yourself. How do you control the rising cost of living? Buy. Because then you're not seeing these increases in rents.
Lock in your housing costs. Lock them in. So that even if even if inflation continues to rise, your home ownership costs will rise so much less. just because if you live in a condo, you have to pay assessments, and sometimes the assessments rise with inflation, and taxes can go up a little bit, but it's nothing like rents, people.
Right.
So.
Right. I was really excited to find that, because that really helps us understand what our clients are grappling with. So,
and there are so many people who think that they can't buy. Again, we had Carol Ann Ozarth on last week, and she talked about, you don't know until you talk to somebody who does this for a living.
right.
Talk to a mortgage consultant just to find out what your options are. There are so many more options than you think you do. Okay, now it's on.
Okay, let's do it. I know, I love this part.
Okay.
Bring it on, Kyle. Bring it on.
Oh, so we're starting with mine?
Yeah, we're starting with yours.
All right.
I do have to tell you, remember I was frantic on the air? We had a little issue in our house last night. Tom cooked a ham that had been in the, and he put it on the counter. And we're in here doing some paperwork. We hear this glum, 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 glum. Baxter, little devil that he is, got up on the counter, got his little mouth on that hand, somehow pulled it off, and it had fallen all the way to the floor. And I had it in like a family Vilroy and Bach casserole dish.
Oh no!
Didn't break. Okay. I don't know how it didn't break, because it's porcelain. But anyway, so then we put all the towels in the bedroom. Like, oh no, is Baxter gonna? He got a lot of ham.
And how's his tummy this morning?
Not good.
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody, think of Baxter.
Baxter.
Okay.
So that was my crazy morning, trying to get that all cleaned up. So, yes, what are you showing us?
Okay, so I'm going to share a screen. It's going to take a minute, people. Okay, so I started off today thinking to myself, or started off yesterday thinking, what am I going to show you people? And Anne is going to show you some great things. And so I started to think, well, let's look at some also good things, but things that are new or on the private network. And so then as I'm going through this, trying to find something unique, something you guys would find interesting, and I instead got sucked into bad pictures. So this is good properties and I called it funny photos just in case I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But they are, as I would say, funny photos.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 510 West Erie, Unit 2201. It is on the private network for $1.75 million, 3 bedrooms, 2.1, 2 baths, and a half bath.
Okay.
Currently rented. So this is the craziness. So I went through the photos, and I started to notice the plants. So this is a photographer who's decided, I'm going to make it seem as though there's more going on by adding plants.
Okay.
That's sadder and sad. So, okay, we just have plants placed on things to provide interest. So, but as you get going through this, well, then, of course, this picture made me stall out. Do you see where I'm circling the breakfast table?
Yes, yes.
What's the towel doing underneath the base of that thing? For the pictures, I would have taken the towel out. Because now I'm looking at this going, how does a table leak? You can put the towel back after the pictures, but what is the towel doing under there? Okay. So, but then we got like this plant. Doesn't this plant look like it's trying to get to the window to jump?
Yes, it does.
Forward. But it makes no sense to take a picture of that plant. Cactus, that poor sad cactus. And then, let's see, I made it big. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it big. So then I noticed this is a very handsome built-in, nice little desk or built-in area. And then this crazy plant that is like, it looks like a little girl's hair when she wakes up in the morning, woo, everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy town.
And then you got the plant in the background over there. Yeah, every one of these pictures has
plants. None of these plants are good plants. These plants are the plants like my plants that are ungroomed, sad. I actually have a plant like this, and it is just about that ugly. So it overtook me. And so, but this is a very pretty condo.
It is.
It didn't need all those crazy plants. So now we're at 600 North Lakeshore Drive.
Okay.
A very modern building with fantastic views. This is 1704, which is 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, on the market for 1.15 million. And it's got about 2,000 square feet and a 90 square foot terrace.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
So here we go to bad pictures. So this gives you an example of the great layout. So you've got views, you've got the whole thing. So they've taken a picture off the balcony. And they feature the dirt on the balcony. So people, either if you are unwilling to clean the balcony, move forward.
Right.
Get the,
don't show the floor, the dirty floor.
Don't show the dirty floor, or wash it. Wash it. Do a little prep work. Now, this is a beautiful view of the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District plant.
Which, is not the prettiest thing.
You could have focused elsewhere. But you're focusing on where we take Lake Michigan's water and remove the impurities. Okay, what a nice view. I want a view of the Metropolitan. Okay, so clearly they've moved out, but they've left the ugly furniture they didn't want to take with them, and we're going to use it to stage.
Yeah.
This is an exceptionally modern building, and they have left on the old Bavarian castle chandelier and furniture, which they've put up against the walls. I didn't even read all of it to make it look as unattractive as possible. And then the kitchen, the Bavarian kitchen.
Yeah.
But this is what they also did, which I thought was smart.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But if you're going to do that, give it a modern table.
Absolutely. Box Brownie will remove the table for you, and you can start fresh.
Put in a nice table.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So yeah. So they kept the lights. They didn't even change. But you know what they did with the lights? So 2 of 3 lights worked in the original picture. Instead of getting rid of the lights, they made all 3 work. That was sweet.
You know what? That is a good point, though, to point out to everybody. By golly, make sure all of your light bulbs are in and everything works when we do our photos. Because you're right. I mean, your face goes, you see that.
Well, not only that, but if you can, people, make sure all of similar lights have similar watt bulbs. Because these woo, different lights are crazy.
Keep them all warm or all cool and have them all like 75 watts. Don't go 40, 60, 80.
White light, natural light, candle lit. It makes a difference, people.
It totally makes a difference.
So 411 Ontario Street Lofts. Now, this is a broker who is a good, all of these are good brokers. They just, for whatever reason, I think probably the sellers got in the way. So this is for sale. And it's 411, it's number 623. It's also a private listing. These are all private listings. Oh, actually the first one, they're all private. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, on the market for $675,000. Now, a $675,000 condo in this building is a high-priced one. This building is not fancy, not high-priced condos, okay? And if I had one, like the pictures I'm about to show you, I would only show the exterior and say, come see. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, boy. This is going to be good.
Ooh.
Where did they take that from?
I don't know. They must have stood on a ladder.
Yeah.
Okay. Or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came and took the photos. I don't know the answer.
Wow. Okay. Whoa. We went from empty to this?
Yes. And empty to this. And listen. I didn't make it fuzzy. This is the fuzzy that came on the MLS. This is not Kyle screwing up on Canva. This is the picture on the MLS. and featuring the ceiling. Not showing the room, but showing that you have a concrete ceiling with pipes all over it.
Oh my gosh.
And these are two pictures. The first picture is the empty closet focusing on the safe with no lights on. Okay. And then the picture on the right where my hand is circling now,
Yeah.
That's the photo. That's the photo. What is that a photo of? What are you trying to show me? That there's a crack down here, but I think that's not a crack. I mean, what are you trying to show me? You want $675,000 for this? Show nothing. Exterior, come see it. It looks,
Floor plan. Give me a floor plan. Exterior and floor plan. Beautiful.
Exterior floor plan. Come see. Maybe pictures from the views if you have good views. Not this.
They're not getting 6 showings a month on this.
No, they're also on a private network. But that's, folks,
wow.
That's all I got for you.
Holy camole. Thanks for sharing those.
Those were just we're all good brokers. And listen, there but for the grace of God go I. But yikes.
Unbelievable. All right. So I'm going to show some luxury properties. Here we go. So huge price drop, everybody. Huge price drop. This 1932 Burling was listed for $45 million. We are now down to $30 million.
Can I just tell you, Burling and that side of Burling is a very narrow block with without an alley in the back. So the person taking this picture is in the backyard, probably sitting on the fence because to make it look big.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
This is a 177 by 149 foot lot. The home is 25,000 square feet. So, I mean, it is a very spectacular property. Enough said. 3 East Burton has been on the market 857 days. It's priced at $8,750,000. This is in Kyle's neighborhood. Everybody knows this beautiful exterior.
My mother sold these owners this house.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. It's a 50 by 132 foot lot and extensive renovation to it, obviously.
Stunning.
It's absolutely stunning. All right. 1956 Orchard on the market for $12,500,000. Details.
Yesterday, yeah.
Let's see. This is a 75 by 124. So it's a 3 lots. And it was built in 2001. So that, if you're looking for a new home, guys, there you go. All right. So now let's talk contingent and sold. 1401 North Dearborn. I'm pulling up my details here.
Oh, that's one of the Richard Driehaus houses.
This was listed for $5,995,000. Went under contract in November. 2028 Fremont under contract. No, wait. Yes, under contract February 10th. So this is pretty new news. This is a 50 by 125 foot lot. $5,350,000. It was built in 2009. It's a 50 by 125 foot lot. So it's one of the newer.
Is that a little pool behind it? I think that may be one with a pool on the side.
I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. It's very pretty.
It's very pretty. All right. 453 Deming.
Good. I'm glad that went under contract.
Yeah, that's new news. That's totally new news. Went under contract February 28th. $4,750,000. It's only a 25 by 83 foot lot.
And it's part of the 2550 North Lakefront Condominium Association, which is great. You get all sorts of benefits if you join the larger association.
Exactly right. Oh, 1421 Astor. I included this because I thought it was. Oh, I know why I included this. Okay, look at their original list price of $8,950,000. Once they reduced to $4 million, they got an offer and it sold for $3,940,000. It has closed. But I wanted to show you what you can do with virtual staging. So it's a grand old historic home, and you can see this is what it really looked like, and the picture below here is the virtual staging with color, paint, and fabric. You can see the fireplace is identical. The ceiling is the same. Changed out the curtains.
Pulled it all out.
Yeah. Now, see, do you really think, Kyle, that people would have trouble without these pictures? Maybe.
No. So the people who are going to buy these houses, the reason these houses are hard to sell is because of the tax bill and the asking price. And what sometimes these pictures do is help explain to the sellers, or give them an intermediate step to, I really have to lower the price. Because they'll say, well, you know, you're not selling it right. You're not talking about all the possibilities. Well, let's do some virtual staging and show it as white so people can see, and it's still not selling. You
right.
Price. This is sort of a helping with showing the sellers you're doing everything you can, but it's really a purchase price issue.
Right. Yeah.
I think anyway.
I agree with you, because the person that's going to spend this kind of money, the $4 million, basically what they ended up spending, they're probably going to make it as specifically decorated as we see in the photo above, which means they're going to spend $1 million or so to update this property. Maybe not to what you see in the bottom right.
Nothing what the bottom right looks like. But, and listen, $1 million, this is an old house. And it was owned for a long time by somebody else. They're going to spend over $1 million on this, and they don't want to have to spend. And they've got huge taxes. They don't want to have to pay a huge price.
There you see it with the lighter kitchen.
I don't think this changed anybody's mind, because it's never going to look like this.
No, I would be so sad if somebody painted that beautiful woodwork, but somebody might.
Oh, they're going to rip it out, Anne.
Yeah. Oh gosh. All right. 65 Gerda. I loved this sculpture. I had to put that. That's wild.
The crazy lips.
The crazy lips. That's kind of fun. All right. And then 800 Michigan penthouse, 15 million. I love to see good properties, don't you?
Isn't that a Ken Griffin property?
It is. Yes, it sure is. Don't we all have our closed behind glass door closet doors? All right. The penthouse at 1 Bennett.
Has that sold?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now we're on actives.
Okay. So I've been in there. It's raw space. It doesn't look anything like that.
No, that's exactly right. That they're making it what you can have. Okay. 1 Chicago. 14 West Superior is now contingent, the penthouse, 7,300. And again, this is not what it looks like.
I hope there's no outdoor space, because you would be lifted up and thrown.
1500 Lakeshore. This closed January 23rd for $5.2 million. This shows you this. Now, what's interesting about this is a co-op, everybody. So this is
not only a co-op, and they call it 18A, but this is an A unit and a B unit. It's 2 units combined beautifully.
Yeah. It's a gorgeous property, and you can see the lake there.
Yeah.
Very prestigious address. Very well done.
There's another A and B about to come on the market there in our office. So if you guys are interested in a big unit at 1500, let Anne and me know.
And then this is interesting, because you don't often see price tags like this in Lincoln Park for a condo. Top floor at 717 Willow. Sold off the 5,500 square feet.
Is that a closed one or an on the market one?
That's closed. That's closed. And this 65 Gerda is contingent.
It's been contingent for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, Beautiful units.
All right, that's it.
Those are good. We've had good things. Uh-oh, we ran over.
Yeah, we did. But it's so fun looking at property, isn't it?
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Kyle. It was fun as always, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.